guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen. This is Loki. This is Samuel, though you can't really see him. And today we are going to be watching season 1, episode 4 of Lost, which I have heard is a really good episode, so I'm very excited to get into it. Did I forget how to talk? Also, I'm excited to get into it because I've been loving this show so far. They've got me hook, line, and sinker. I'm so here for the mystery, for the characters, for just every aspect of it. So I'm excited. Last time we had, what did we have? We had Kate's backstory a little bit. Not fully, but we learned a little bit more about her and her time in Australia and the farmer guy who kind of turned her in. We learned about the Marshal, aka Azazel for all my fellow Supernatural fans. And we learned a little bit more about Sawyer, and I'm warming up to him. Mr. Locke, a miracle happened to him, and people are not nearly nosy enough for me regarding that, or Jack not caring about Kate's backstory. I just need everyone to be nosier because I am nosy and I want to know all of the freaking tea, okay? Oh yeah, so they also decided that they're going to lie to people about the signal that had been happening for 16 years just because they think that it's best if people are able to keep hope alive within themselves, and they feel like departing this information onto people will rob them of that hope and therefore that ability to keep fighting every day to keep going. So we'll see how that goes. We also learned the names of a few more characters like Sawyer, like Sun, and I also discovered that I have been incorrect. Don't ask me. You guys, names are apparently my kryptonite in this show. But I was very wrong about Daniel Dae Kim's character. His name is not Yogi. Apparently that is a Korean word that means something. So that was just a word that was in what they were saying, and I mistook it for his name. I'm sorry. I also have learned that I've been mispronouncing Saeed's name, and so I'm very sorry. I will get that correct going forward in both of those cases. Thank you so much for my editor and for the people on Patreon for letting me know that. I always want to know the correct way to say things, or if I've gotten something like that wrong that is just very simple, basic information about a character, I need to know. So I really appreciate you guys letting me know those things, because especially with names, I don't want to say the wrong name. Poor Shannon, who I called Jenna, I think, for the beginning. I want to know their names, and I want to get them correctly and say them correctly. So thank you so much. And what else? Is there anything else? I think that's kind of where we are with this episode. I'm ready, so I'm not going to ramble too much more at you guys. Let's just get straight into it and check out this episode. Ooh. Another eye opening. Ooh, it's Locke. Does that mean we're gonna get his backstory now? Oh, shoot, right there. I still can't help but think of the trauma that this would be to just wake up like that. What the fuck is that?
Somebody's in there.
Everyone in there's dead.
Sawyer, right behind you, jackass. I'm gonna shed some light on this thing. Run!
What was that?
Oh, crud, now what?
Right? Is it a boar? It kind of looks like it might be a boar. I really did not see it.
What the bloody hell was that?
Right?
Boars.
Yeah. I was right. proud of myself for recognizing wildlife.
We have to get rid of the bodies.
Bury them.
Burn
There's
them.
a whole bunch in there.
More than 20. Digging will be difficult without shovels.
Not bury. We need to burn them.
That's what I said.
They're people.
I know they're people, Kate.
Burning the remains.
But that, I mean,
They deserve better than that.
Better than what? Being eaten by wild animals? Because that's what's gonna happen.
why is burning so bad? It's just basically like cremation.
Tomorrow morning, we need everyone to start gathering up wood, dried brush. Turn that fuselage into a furnace. Wait until the sun goes down tomorrow night before we set the fire.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal, but I guess depending on maybe
He's so eager to burn the bodies. Why are we waiting until sundown?
your religious affiliation.
He's hoping someone will see it.
Like a signal as well as a funeral thing.
If the Frenchwoman's transmissions have truly been playing on the loop for 16 years, then there must be a power source on the island. A significant one.
That's
And we
true.
can find it?
Maybe.
Hypothetically, yes.
He's smart. You want him on a deserted island.
Hand him over! How about no? There's other people here, don't you give a crap? Yeah, well, one of us wouldn't eat more than his fair share. Oh, that's bullying, you know!
Guys, knock it off.
You're not happy unless you're screwing over. I'm paid pork pie.
Guys, knock it off.
Oh.
Stay out of this metro. Hey,
Y'all are being, well, you're being
what's
a dick.
going on? Jether here's hoarding the last of the peanuts. My own stash. I found it in there.
What about the rest of the food?
There is no rest of the food, dude. We kind of ate it all.
What?
I mean,
Okay,
you're
everybody, just calm down.
right next to the ocean.
We can find food.
Fish.
There are plenty of things on this island we can use for sustenance.
And exactly how are we gonna find the sustenance?
We hunt.
Sir, that was...
How'd you get that knife on the plane?
Checked it.
Yeah.
You either have very good aim or very bad aim, Mr.
Locke.
Locke. His name is Locke.
Very good aim.
Okay, Mr. Locke, what is it that we're hunting?
We know there are wild boar on the island.
That's true.
Razorbacks by the look of them. The ones that came into the camp last night were piglets. 150 pounds each. Which means that there's a mother nearby. A 250-pound rat with scimitar-like tusks and a surly disposition who'd love nothing more than to eviscerate anything comes near. Boar's usual mode of attack is to circle around and charge from behind, so I figure it'll take at least 3 of us to distract her long enough for me to flank one of the piglets, pin it, and slit its throat.
And you gave him his knife back?
Well, if you've got a better idea.
Better than 3 of you wandering into the magic forest to bag a hunk of ham with nothing but a little bitty hunting knife.
I
Hell no.
trust
It's the best idea I ever heard.
Locke. He is kind of creepy. I feel like he could do it. Oh, damn. He got more than one little bitty knife, which is not that little or that bitty.
Who is this guy?
My question exactly, Hurley.
Yes.
Colonel Locke, is this line secure?
Colonel. Ooh, flashback.
Line secure GL-12, go ahead.
Target area is acquired. Maneuvers are a go for 1,300 hours. Repeat, we are a go.
We are up.
Roger that. We'll convene at the usual rendezvous point at 1,300 hours.
Roger, Roger.
Locke, I told you I need those TPS reports done by noon today. Not 12:30, not 12:15, noon.
I heard you the first time, Randy.
I know personal calls during office hours, Colonel.
I'm very confused now. Okay. Confusion is me.
Sai gave me this so he can triangulate the distress signal we heard. Find the source.
This isn't about boars.
Nope.
I'm a vegetarian.
I don't know that you could be a vegetarian if you get lost on a deserted island.
I am going off away to a hunt, and I was wondering if you if you could keep an eye on my boy. Walt. And I'm Michael.
Okay,
Anyway,
he's Michael.
Could you watch him for me?
I think someone mentioned that.
Until I come back.
아드님은 제가 잘 돌보고 있을게요.
Sorry, I don't understand, but you're cool with this, right?
네.
I don't need a babysitter.
Come on, man. Vincent needs you here. And, hey, cheer up. This will give me a chance to get to know your friend, Mr. Locke, a little better.
너무 걱정하지 마. 아버지 괜찮으실 거야.
Yeah, whatever.
It would be really hard to be stuck on a island with all these people that don't speak the same language as you and have no idea what you're saying, and vice versa, you know?
Claire, right?
Yeah.
Oh, her name's Claire.
How's the...
Oh, he's good. Yeah, thanks. Some of us were wondering if maybe we should do
A memorial
some kind of
service?
memorial service or something. You could lead it.
No, I don't think it...
Well, you know, just a few words, or even we could just read off names from passports and drive.
Look, it's not my thing.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, sounds fine. Whatever everybody wants.
I wonder what his thing with, like, memorial services is, or, like, death in general, or, like, funerals, or, you know?
I just think somebody should go talk to her.
I nominate you, Captain America. You just can't help yourself, can you?
Yeah, well, we shouldn't have to worry about starving when we taking care of her.
I'm not gonna starve.
Right. What are you gonna eat?
Ocean's full of fish.
Hate to break it to you, the ocean is not gonna take your gold card.
You really don't think I can catch a fish?
With what? Do you have a fishing pole? Or a skewer thing?
Are you doing anything?
Me? No.
Is she gonna try to get him to catch a fish for her?
What are you doing?
I was just gonna go for a walk. You wanna come?
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
Can I ask you something?
I wondered when this was going to come up. Yes, I am the bass guitarist.
Yeah, do you know anything about fishing?
What? Fishing? My granddad used to take me out. He taught me everything he knows, everything he knew. He's dead now, God rest his soul. Yeah, I'm a fishing fiend, you know. I mean, England's an island, so
I
throw it
feel
in
like
and
this is all bullshit. Lots of fucking bullshit. But she's doing what I figured she would do.
Rose, right?
Rose. I remember her, but I did not know her name.
Remember me? C-23A. Guy that told you not to worry about the turbulence.
Well, you were a fucking liar.
Hey, quit giving us the steal signal.
Bro, do you not get it? The reason he wasn't talking was so that he wouldn't attract it. You dumbass. That is your own fault, Michael.
Tell me more about being a leader, Locke.
Bro, why are you being a dick?
While you're at it, tell me about this colonel thing. Cruised your file in human resources? You've never been in any of the armed forces.
I'm just playing a game, Randy. It's my lunch hour. I can play a game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell me, what's a walkabout? Experience the dream journeys of the fabled Australian outback.
You have no right taking that off my desk.
Yeah.
So you wander around, hunting and gathering food, right? On foot?
Not that you would understand, but a walkabout is a journey of spiritual renewal where one derives strength from the earth and becomes inseparable from it. I have vacation days. I'm going, Randy. I already made a reservation.
Wow, John, you're really doing it, huh? You tell Helen yet?
Helen.
Oh, what's this, Locke? You've actually got a woman in your life.
That's none of your business.
What is it with you, Locke? Why do you torture yourself? I mean, imagining you're some hunter and walkabouts. Wake up. You can't do any of that.
What the fuck is this guy's
Norman Croucher.
problem?
What? Norman what?
Norman Croucher. Norman Croucher. Double amputee, no legs. He climbed to the top of Mount Everest. Why? It was his destiny.
That's what you think you got, old man? Destiny.
Bro, you deserve to be punched in the face.
Just
Like, why are you such a dick?
don't tell me what I can't do.
John. He's hurt. John, we have to get him back to camp.
Yeah, you take him back to camp. I'm gonna get that boar.
What are you talking about?
By yourself? Oh, Locke.
I'm fine. I can do
No, your eyes are telling me a different story.
John, you
sir.
can't.
this. Don't tell me what I can't do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's gonna go back to that fucking Randall dick in his head.
No! Dude, you gotta try to pin it.
You see how close I was? No, you set out to corner it.
I just found this. It's got your name on it.
I thought I lost this. Thank you.
Sure.
What is it? Pictures? Aw, it is pictures. I wonder who she is.
Started having me hold on to his wedding ring whenever we took a plane trip.
Oh.
I always wore it around my neck for safekeeping, just until we landed.
Try not to.
You know, Doctor, you don't have to keep your promise.
Promise.
The one you made me on the plane. To keep me company until my husband got back from the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm letting you off the hook.
Well, you're not gonna get rid of me that easily. Rose, you shouldn't be out here alone. You're suffering from post-traumatic shock.
Aren't we all?
In a way, yeah, I think so.
Getting to finally tell Randy off was life-changing. I'm flying to Australia at the end of the week.
That's why he was on the
And
plane.
I bought 2 tickets. Helen?
Why is it so...
John, we've talked about this. I like
I
you,
know.
and I've enjoyed talking with you these
So have I.
past few months.
8 months.
I'm not allowed to meet customers.
A customer? Is that what I am to you?
This isn't really normal. I mean, it isn't what I do. I don't. Maybe you should find I don't know, a therapist.
This is a sex
I
phone
have a
hotline.
therapist.
John.
I thought you
Phone sex
understood, Helen.
hotline.
You know me better than
John,
anyone.
if we talk any longer, I'm gonna have to charge you for another hour. That's another $89.95. You can't.
Look, I don't care about the money. I just.
I'm sorry, John. I gotta go.
Helen!
Oh, this poor man. Oh, he's so alone. What is that? Damn. What is it? What is it? What is it? Let me see. Let me see. Flip the camera. gonna let me see, are you? You're not gonna fucking let me see, are you? Of course not. Of course not.
As promised, you and I will be dining on fresh catch of the day. Oh, you don't mind al fresco? Yeah, it was no problem. No, that one actually gave me a hell of a tussle, but you have to get inside the mind of the fish, you know. I got it in the shallows, I cornered it.
Oh, what's the matter? Can't stand to see me fending for myself?
I'm so sorry about
You are not fending
It's
for
okay.
yourself.
What are you apologizing to him
For you, for using this poor guy like you use everyone
Oh,
else.
whatever.
Somewhere in your twisted little brain, you think this proves that you can take care of yourself.
I told you I'd catch a fish, didn't I?
That's low, Shan, even for you.
Oh, go rescue a baby bird or something.
Sorry, Charlie.
Maybe if you wanted to say something, you know, about your husband.
What?
I'm just saying if you wanted to say goodbye to Bernard.
Doctor, my husband is not dead.
What?
Rose, he was in the tail section of the plane. It broke off in mid-flight. I'm sorry, but everyone who was in the rear of the plane is gone.
They're probably thinking the same thing about us.
I mean, what the fuck was that? Are we hallucinating or who?
Doctor? You coming?
Yeah, I think he was hallucinating for a hot second.
And it seems I must continue to lie to anyone who asks me what it is I'm actually doing.
Saeed, I'll try it again.
Yeah, maybe there's like a, I don't know.
We'll try it again.
As time goes on, y'all should start sending like parties about the island to see if you can find other people or anything.
I just don't think they're ready to hear about some of the things that we've...
Is that man in the suit wearing white tennis shoes? Who is he seeing? Hey.
Locke.
Oh, he got it. Good job. Now, what did you see, though? Because it wasn't that.
I don't know their last name, but they were really in love and we're going to be married.
Why so sad, sir?
At least wherever they are now, they're not alone.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Nice work. What?
Millicent, Louise.
The boar. Nice work, you know. Killing it. Just thought I should say something. So that thing, the monster, whatever.
Yes.
She said it was headed right towards you.
Yes.
Did you see anything?
Yes.
You had any kind of look at it?
Yes.
No.
I knew he was gonna say that, but fucking damn it. Can you just do like a little thing where like you show like the audience what happened though?
The walkabouts we arrange here are not just some stroll through the park. You neglected to tell us about your condition.
My condition is not an issue. I've lived with it for 4 years. It's never kept me from doing anything.
Well, unfortunately, it is an issue for our insurance.
What's his condition?
I can't keep the bus waiting any longer. It isn't fair to the other people.
Don't talk to me about fair.
I'll get you on a plane back to Sydney on our dime. It's the best I can
No, I don't want to go back to Sydney. Look, I've been preparing for this for years. Just put me on the bus right now. I can do this.
No, you can't.
What is his condition?
Hey, don't you walk away from me. You don't know who you're dealing with. Don't ever tell me what I can't do, ever. This is destiny.
Oh.
This is destiny. This is my destiny. I'm supposed to do this, damn it! Don't tell me what I can't do! Don't tell me what I can't...
Because of the wheelchair? I guess we never saw him standing up, but he's standing up and on the island. So that's why the... Oh. But how can... what did he see? Oh, that's his wheelchair. But how? I assume that's the end. But I don't understand. Wow, okay, so I learned more characters' names. I know more about Locke, which the revelation of him being in the wheelchair is so well done because they really focus on him like wiggling his toes in the very first scene that we see of him. And it doesn't make sense because you're just like, okay, yeah, there's your shoe. Like, just, you lost your shoe. Like, probably it's just like a traumatic moment of like, what is going on? You're waking up, you're on the floor, you were in a plane, you're just looking at your foot. You're like, what's happening, you know? So you don't suspect anything. And then we see him at his desk, you know, playing the game in the conference room, at the table. And then I think that when we see him at his house, when he's lying on the bed, I don't think we actually see we don't see like a wheelchair or anything around him, to my recollection. Let me look. Yeah, I don't see it. Or at least I didn't notice it. So yeah, I think that the way that they reveal that he was in a wheelchair is really, really well done. Because like, even when they're having that conversation and he's like, well, you didn't tell us about your condition. And I'm like, what's his condition? Does he like hallucinate? Does he like, you know, I'm thinking it's like some sort of cognitive condition because I have no frame of reference for what it could be. And, you know, he's sort of like, when he got knocked over and he was like panicking for a second, you're just like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of something up here. But then he like wheels back and then you see that it's a wheelchair. And he says he's been dealing with it for 4 years. So I wonder if it was some sort of spinal injury that for some reason the plane crash like unblocked some sort of neural pathways that allowed for him to walk. I don't know, you guys. I have no idea how he could possibly walk after a plane crash when he hasn't apparently walked in like 4 years. Like I genuinely have no idea. Like I could not possibly. Like I can't. I don't know. Like what I just said, about like maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe he was like a traumatic event happened and it caused him to be hurt and he could walk again, but because mentally he wouldn't allow himself, like he just didn't think he could. So like I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm assuming that we'll learn more about him, just like we're slowly learning more about everybody. But I'm very interested in his character now because like at first I was like, oh, he's a colonel, and then he has all the knives, and honestly he kind of reminded me of Calvin a bit. All the knives. But I was like, oh, he's like, maybe he was in the military and so he's like a retired military person, and so he, I don't know, is also like a survivalist, or he's just like, he grew up in the woods so he just knows how to do all this stuff. Although it seems like he wasn't in the military, because I think that Randall jackass guy said that he had no like history of being in the military, which is really interesting because looking at the scene of his apartment, it very much gives military vibes. Like there's a flag, there's a picture behind the bed that looks like a soldier, there's a picture of more soldiers above the couch. There's just like, it just gives like combat vet. And so I'm curious as to what his true history is. I'm also curious as to the reason that he was talking to Helen on the phone, who my guess was a phone sex operator, because she said, you know, like, if I talk to you for another hour, it's gonna be $89.99, and like, this is very unusual. I know we've been talking for 8 months, but it very much gave like, this is her job to do this, and not, this is just an online relationship, which is kind of what I thought initially when they were talking. And he offered her that. So I wonder if, because of whatever happened to him that caused him to be in the wheelchair, he lost his confidence with people and women, and so he kind of turned to this as a way to connect. And then, you know, obviously it didn't work out because this person is ultimately getting paid to connect with you, and you know, it's not going to work out in the end, especially because like, you're putting more emphasis onto this relationship than they are, because for you it's personal and for them it's a job. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. I feel really bad for him. And I want to know if that is a result of what happened to him 4 years ago that caused him to, you know, not be able to walk. Or if it's like a pattern that he's had throughout his life of sort of like isolating himself and not really, oh, my straw is showing, not really being able to connect with people. I don't know. I would be interested. Like, I am interested to see, because I find Locke to be a really big, like, enigma. Like, I don't fully understand his character. I mean, I don't fully understand any of the characters so far, but him, it's like, it's very hard to pinpoint like what he's thinking and what his motivations are, right? Like, he saw whatever the fuck it is that everyone is scared of. He saw it. He looked right at it. It didn't kill him. For why? He looked right at it, and then when Michael asked him, he's like, no, didn't see it. You know, like what is his motivation for lying? And also, what the fuck was it? You know? Like, I'm very curious. I'm also interested in Rose. I remember her from the first episode, and it's interesting because is she in denial? Is she experiencing post-traumatic stress? Well, I mean, like she said, they all are. But I think there's also validity in what she's saying, right? Like, they probably think the same thing about us. Like, they think that we're gone. But if the plane, because like, their half of the plane also broke off in the air and they somehow survived. So could the back half of the plane be on a different part of the island or on another island or somewhere else, and they're also alive, and so her husband therefore is alive somewhere, and there is hope that she can see him again? Like, I can't tell if that's denial and delusion on her part, or if there is a possibility that she's correct, you know? I don't know. Like, I hope for her that Bernard is somewhere alive and that they'll find each other again, and that we'll get a really cute reunion scene with the two of them, and that Jack will be like, you know what? I was wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I do think everyone is suffering from post-traumatic stress, probably post-traumatic shock as well. I do think that everyone probably is suffering from different levels of that, because it's a traumatic fucking situation. There's just no way that you would be 100% okay after that happened, you know? And so, yeah, I'm curious to see like how the characters deal with it, and to see more backstory for everyone. Like, I love seeing this. I loved seeing the last episode with Kate and this episode with Locke. I'm curious as to who we will get insight into in the next episode. and like how it's going to continue to shift our perspectives of characters and their relations to each other. I really liked seeing I'm really interested in seeing, hold on, is it Boone and Shannon and their relationship. Shannon, it's she confuses me, right? Because it's like I want to like her and I want to root for her, but I also feel like she keeps being who I expect at every turn, and it's not the best, you know? Which, but again, it's like there's a lot going on. It smells very smoky in here. But yeah, I think Boone is a good guy. He seems to be so far, and I'm curious to continue to see him. I do feel bad that Charlie got pulled in by Shannon and her request, and he went out of his way to do the thing. Maybe Hurley caught the fish. I don't know. Maybe he did. But only to discover that she was just using him. And it also is very interesting that her idea of being self-sufficient, like Boone said, is to get someone else to do it for her, which I think is telling of probably the way that they were brought up. Again, I still think that he's giving older brother and she's giving younger sister vibes, but we'll see if we get insight into that going forward. I wonder what Jack's thing is about funerals. Like, clearly he is opposed in some way. Like, I don't know if he's opposed, but there's something there because he didn't want to do it and he didn't want to go. And he also was seeing that person in the suit, right? Like hallucinating them maybe, which is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what was happening there. I wonder if it's like his dad. It's clearly somebody that he knows, and there's a reason that he's like walking towards the person, and it's not that yeah, why is the person, whoever they are in the suit, wearing bright white tennis shoes? Like, what's that about? Yeah, okay, that's kind of you know, that's my question about that. I'm curious as to what his thing is, Jack's, with funerals, and I'm curious as to, like he said, being a doctor was the family business, so that's interesting as well. And who the fuck is the guy with the very tan skin and the suit and the bright white tennis shoes that Jack is seeing from far away? Like, just what's going on in that situation? I'm not really sure. I also, it's a small moment, but I wonder who is the woman in the pics that Saeed was looking at. I wonder if when we get his flashbacks, we'll discover who she is. Is she a love interest? Is she a family member? Based off the way that he like was looking at the pictures, I would guess a love interest. And yeah, so I'm curious about that. What else? Also, I already said it, but Randall, like, why was Randall such a dick to Locke, Like, was there any reason for him to be such a massive dick? Like, some people just really are just rude, I guess. Yeah, I think that's all that I really have to say. Like, I'm trying to think. I enjoyed Charlie and Hurley's bonding. We learned Claire's name, so her name is Claire, and I really like her character so far from the bits that we've seen of her. I thought that the way that they handled the funeral for the people was really nice. I thought that it's good that they said their names and they tried to like give them their proper moment, because the thing is, like, people are people, and we do deserve to be acknowledged for our lives, even, I don't know how to say it, like, I think we all deserve that moment to be saying acknowledged for our lives sounds really weird, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, our time on Earth deserves to be acknowledged, and the fact that we were here deserves to be memorialized in some way, right? You know, like, we deserve to leave our footprints behind and to have someone to remember us, at least as long as people who knew us live, right? I think it's good on their part that they did that for those people. Now, the idea of, like, should we bury them? Should we burn them? Like, the idea that burning them is disrespectful, I think is, like, it's very, depends upon your view, because, I don't know, I feel like it's, like, the same as being cremated, but I also know that a lot of people disagree with being cremated, so maybe that's the issue. Whereas, like, I don't know, I think, like, is it any better to let them sit in the plane and, like, their bodies decompose due to, like, the heat and the atmosphere that y'all are in, you know? Like, that seems more disrespectful to just leave their bodies there to decompose than to burn them, right? And, like, sure, burying, I guess, could be seen as more respectful, but I don't know. Again, maybe it's just because, like, in my mind, I don't really see, like, a huge difference, but I also, like, I don't, like, that's just the way that I view it, right? Like, I'm very much a person that's like, I'll already be dead. Like, like, every part of me that exists as me will be gone. So, like, why would I care what you did with my body? You know, as long as it wasn't, like, something weird or freaky. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I also, like, think that cremation is, like, pretty good. And obviously burning the body isn't exactly like cremation, right? Because the bones are still left behind. It's not, the fire's not hot enough to do what cremation does. But I'm just, you know, comparing the two in my mind, because, like, I feel like that's kind of similar in this world of what they can do on this island. Also, speaking of the island, I know someone pointed out that I've been saying desert island, and what I'm trying to say is deserted island, and you're very much correct. Like, I mean deserted island. I mean that this is an island that is void of, you know, people. But, I mean, we also don't know that it's void of people. I just mean that it's a tropical deserted island as far as we know. Right? Because yeah. Anyway. Sorry for my lack of communication skills, I guess. I am really loving this. I don't know how else to say it. I'm so invested. I can't wait to see this every week. I love the characters. I love the stories. I definitely have a feeling that Jack and Kate are going to end up together. They're definitely giving me that vibe. And I'm okay with it. I'm interested in it, honestly. I'm really interested to know more about Jack too, because he was kind of presented as, like, one of the main character in the first episode, and one of the main characters, like, everybody's looking to him as the leader, right? In the subsequent episodes that have followed. And each thing we kind of learn about him, like the funeral thing, like him seeing that person in the suit, like him being a doctor, being part of the family business, like, we kind of realize how much we don't know about him, actually. So I'm really curious about him as well, and just everybody. Like, I am so excited to see who we're going to delve into next and what I will learn about them and how that's going to help me contextualize the rest of the story. So I don't think that there's too much that I have to say. I really would like to know what it is that Locke saw. And I would just like to be given that information, you know? Of course, it's a show. They're going to drag out the mystery of it because that's what's fun. It's fun to be like, ooh, 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 like, what is it? You know? Like, I get it. It's fun. And so a part of me wants to know immediately, like, tell me exactly what it is. And then a part of me is like, it's okay if you don't tell me right now. Like, I'm okay. It's kind of like the will they, won't they, right? Like, we always love a will they, won't they in the show. So I'm also curious how long they're going to drag out Kate and Jack, because the thing is, in television, we love a will they, won't they, but we don't always love a they are, you know? So we'll see. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have a favorite character yet, but I'm very, very interested in Locke. Wait, oh my God, you guys, I'm fucking dumb. I'm dumb. I just realized what he meant in the last episode when he said a miracle happened to him, right? Because Walt said that Mr. Locke said a miracle happened to him, and I'm like, bitch, tell me. And then they told me, and I didn't even realize it. This must have been the miracle. The miracle is that he can walk when he couldn't walk before, right? Why is my brain so slow? Why did it take my brain that long to figure that out? Damn it. That's cool. That's cool though. That's exciting. That's exciting. Anyway, I'm still very interested in Locke. I think that he's a fascinating character. I'm also really interested to see Sawyer's backstory and Saeed's backstory and Claire. I mean, everyone's backstory, but yeah. I want to know more about these characters because I want to know, like, yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun to know and to then sort of figure out who I think the characters are in my mind based off what we now know about them. Like, I love to psychoanalyze a character, okay? Like, that's why I want to know more about Locke. Like, I need to psychoanalyze him because, like, he's so interesting to me. Who the fuck is the guy in the white tennis shoes that Jack is saying? That's where I'm going to leave it. If you guys are interested and you want to see the next episode with me, you can right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube. That will be up there, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and all the episodes so far of Lost. That is over on Patreon as well, which is linked in the description down below. You can watch along with me, watch along style, so you have your own footage of Lost, and then you have me, and then we're watching it together, and I'm probably talking over it and annoying you, but you know, it's what you've chosen. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, bye guys.